and welcome back to Dude Gamer. Here I'll discuss my top 10 horror game picks to play with the lights off during Halloween 2016. Number 10. Clive Barker's Undying. Clive Barker's Undying, released February of 2001, is one of my favorite horror game adventures. Clive Barker, who wrote the horror classic Hellraiser, was instrumental in developing the plot for Undying and even did some voice acting in the game. A game that's burned into my brain since this is the game I was playing during the attacks of 9/11. That was a surreal day which made the game even that much more terrifying for the dude. Set in 1920s Ireland, paranormal adventurer Patrick Galloway investigates a friend's family, the Covenants. They are cursed as a result of meddling in the occult and the supernatural. Clive Barker's Undying made me jump out of my seat more than once, since ghosts generally scare the shit out of me. Number 9. Resident Evil, a remake of the 1996 original Resident Evil. Resident Evil, if you don't already know, is set in Raccoon City somewhere in the Midwest, where a series of bizarre murders had taken place, and it's up to Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine to fight, outwit, or avoid monsters while solving puzzles to get to the bottom of the murders. Number 8. Outlast. Developed by Red Barrels, using the Unreal 3.5 engine, Outlast was highly praised as an exemplification of how scary horror games can be. And believe me, this is one scary-ass game. Outlast, set in an insane asylum overrun by homicidal maniacs, where reporter Miles Upshur is investigating the dilapidated complex. He has very limited combat experience, so players must use agility and stealth to escape and survive. Number 7. Dead Space. One of the most interesting sci-fi horror survival games to date, Dead Space gets its inspiration from many various sources in the realm of horror and science fiction, but it puts them together in a way that makes for a frightening experience. Dead Space puts engineer Isaac Clarke on the planet Cracker mining ship, the USG Ishimura, to fight off hordes of necromorphs and solve puzzles to gain access to different areas of the dead ship. Dead Space is extremely gory with terrifying and many of those scary startle moments as you move through the ship. Number 6. Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Using a classic horror formula that'll probably work till the end of time, Amnesia: The Dark Descent invites you to explore a possessed dark castle while avoiding evil entities in order to solve a myriad of interesting puzzles to gain clues. This game has a disturbing storyline full of intrigue from the early mid-19th century. You'll stumble upon bizarre experiments and artifacts from a cursed archaeology expedition, which really thickens the plot. The game will frighten you most with its foreboding and dark atmosphere. Oil for my lamp. Where are the matches, damn it? Number 5. Alien Isolation. This game is absolutely fantastic. I'm a sucker for any Alien game, and yeah, even Colonial Marines. This Alien game, developed by the Creative Assembly, a developer which usually doesn't make this type of game, had created an absolute masterpiece. The game has it all: stealth, horror, and a high level of tension, set in a late 1970s sci-fi space horror environment. The levels you'll encounter themselves are puzzles. Playing Alien Isolation from beginning to end would be well worth your time this Halloween. And if you start playing it enough, you'll start hearing shit in the middle of the night from the air vents. Number 4. Doom. One of the most beautifully crafted Doom games ever. id Software and Bethesda kicked ass with Doom's development, so you can't miss this one. A true Doom game which includes the classic lore and elements of the original, and interestingly expanded upon. Doom has gone down in price significantly since release, so you have no excuse to pick up a copy if you haven't already played this title. It includes a decent multiplayer game as well, developed by Certain Affinity, although some people don't like the multiplayer experience. I think it's alright. Number 3. SOMA. From the makers of Amnesia frictional games, SOMA puts you in a mysterious underwater research environment filled with mystery, intrigue, and of course psychological horror. Like the Amnesia games, there is no combat, but you unlock areas of the game by exploration, solving puzzles, and by using stealth. SOMA's atmosphere, which is a character on its own, will build to further the plot. Number 2. F.E.A.R. First Encounter Assault Recon is an absolute first-person shooter survival horror fan favorite. Wow, that's a tongue twister. Released in 2005, developed by Monolith, F.E.A.R's story revolves around a supernatural entity in which your special forces team is deployed to contain. Your goal is to uncover secrets around this paranormal foe that manifests itself as a spooky little girl. The game uses Japanese horror elements, which create a great amount of anxiety while playing. The game's popularity spawned a bunch of sequels, which are also fun, but they're not quite as scary as the original. And number 1, Until Dawn for the PlayStation 4. It's a PlayStation 4 exclusive and one of the most terrifying and gory interactive drama-driven survival games I've ever seen. Until Dawn is designed to be played multiple times, as you won't see all of the content on a single playthrough. Each playthrough can take around 9 hours, so the game could call you back from time to time, especially during Halloween when you're looking for a thrill. Until Dawn is set in the Blackwood Pines Lodge, where of course a bunch of friends gather each winter until tragedy strikes. A reconciliation gathering is planned for friends a year later where things go absolutely and horrifyingly wrong. So those are the top 10 horror games I recommend playing this Halloween 2016. Tell me what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe here at DudeGamer.com. See you on the battlefield. This is Dude.
7. Sam, why are you hiding? Sam, why prolong the inevitable? Why kid yourself into thinking you can get away? Don't you know I can smell you, Sam? I can smell your fear.